Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's 9:51 a.m. I'm back in St. Louis. Back in my natural habitat. After having traveled recently back from Brazil. I did change my flag back to... Okay, sorry about that. My mic... So I'm using an audio interface. Something's happening with the mic where I'll change the levels on the thing and then it resets back to like 0. I'm using the Wave XLR. I just updated my computer operating system. Hopefully this doesn't keep happening. Sorry if I was muted momentarily there. But I think the audio is working now. Yeah, this is happening. This happened like right before I went live too. I did a test recording. I thought I fixed it, but I didn't. I might need to check the cables. Anyway, if it happens again and I don't notice, just spam chat and hopefully I'll notice. Unless I'm playing and then I won't have chat open. I am happy to be back on my home setup though. I was having probably even more technical issues in Brazil. Also random drilling outside my hotel room. Thank you to Tread the Bold. First time sub with Prime. Okay, so if you're just joining, Title Tuesday starts in just over 5 minutes. I have played every week since they updated the format and the time control. It's still 11 rounds, 5 oblets. Last couple weeks I've done, I think, above average. Scored 7.5 the last couple weeks. My best ever score is 8.5. And I'm not too far away from my peak rating. I've been playing a decent amount off stream. I peaked, just over a week ago, 2903. And then the rating has fluctuated since then. Thank you to Blake Miley. Another first time Prime. No warm-up game. I don't have time for a warm-up game. At least a warm-up blitz game. I could do bullet, but I don't really want to do bullet. I guess I'm just warming up my voice. Oh, thank you, Teotwaki. Gifting to Choco. That's very kind. Welcome back, Choco, as well. Oh, Alpoca is back, who says, I haven't watched TT since a change some weeks ago. Can you recap what was changed? So the biggest change is a time control. It's 5-0 rather than 3+1. And it's only one title Tuesday rather than two different tournaments. So it'll be at 10 a.m. US Central Time every week. It starts in 4 minutes. And then the other change, which isn't so relevant to me, is it's like a qualifier for the Esports World Cup. But in order to like actually have that matter, you need to be finishing, I think, top 10 consistently. Thank you, Atinobu, for the bits. Is Title Tuesday every week? Yes. Yes, so it's still on a weekly basis. They also recently changed Arena Kings, which used to be weekly. Now it'll be monthly. I did compete in that along with the community. That was last Wednesday. I'll probably do it next month if I'm free. Pizza Party says, "Hi Eric, your London system is very good. Thank you." Yeah, we'll probably get some Londons today. Been playing London a lot recently, like almost exclusively, at least in Title Tuesday. There are a few openings for Black where I don't play London. Like after D4, if C5, I play D5, and if D6, I'll just go into a Pierce with E4. Sometimes transposes into a Philidor. Why only one per week? That's what chess.com decided. I wasn't too thrilled about it. I enjoyed the two tournaments every week. Also helped with people in different time zones too, or people who have school earlier in the day and school or work. But what to do? I'm grateful to have a flexible schedule where like the biggest challenge for me is just waking up on time. I'm still a little bit jet lagged from coming back from South America. Can we expect a Stafford today? Only if I get really tilted do I play a Stafford in Title Tuesday. It's possible. I did play Stafford in an over-the-board FIDE-rated Blitz tournament a few days ago in Brazil. Had a fun game. Oh, congrats to you, Twaki. Got married, new house, new job. All in 5 weeks. Wow. How to win at life. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to have a decent score in Title Tuesday. Okay, tournament starts in about 15 seconds. Again, during gameplay, I will be hiding chat, but people are still welcome to chat. And hopefully we can have some fun, interesting games, learn a thing or two. Here we go. First opponent. I updated my operating system and it changed the desktop color to like a bright blue background. So I think it's affecting the lighting on my face. Need to change it to something less eye straining. Yeah, this is pretty much the extent of my prep. Some kind of Benoni. We'll start with bishop e2. Just so after knight f3, bishop g4, I can play knight d2. Play h4, maybe try and provoke h5. If black commits to h5, then f5 becomes less attractive because it weakens a lot of squares. Okay, h6. I have 3 f5 knight d2. This is kind of interesting. I could even take. I'm getting some early time advantage. Sometimes d6 is a target. You can also look to clamp down with a5. Now bishop d7 is out of the question because knight takes d6. Some idea of rook b3. I should probably castle maybe g3 first. Something resembling something solid. Okay, b5 is a threat. It's rook b3. Yeah, it looks a little bit awkward. I might end up playing knight a3 and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things controlling b5. Don't really want to do that though. Although, okay, let's imagine bishop. Okay, never mind. Bishop h3, interesting. I was going to say that a6 might end up being weak, like here, attacking a6. Kind of a weird place for the rook. f5's probably coming. h5's interesting. I think black just missed the fact I was attacking a6. I have knight b5. I was thinking f4, queen g4, knight f6, and then knight f6 isn't good. Yeah, because g6 is attacked. Things are going pretty swimmingly so far. Bishop's not that great. There's bishop d7 to e6. It's kind of cool. Rook f8's coming though. Should be fine. I'm clearing the square on b5 for the knight. Oh, there's knight f8, which I kind of forgot about. Now there's no rook f8. The bishop's still happy, I think. This rook can also help defend. Like knight b5, eventually rook f3. Queen g2. Knight d1 if I want to be extra safe. I was calculating takes, rook f2, rook f1. Do have to watch out for this move. Hmm. Not seeing a super easy plan. There's g4 maybe. g4 take f3. I'm just going to keep the status quo. Maybe a5 and then invade via a7. Yeah, I think I'm happy the f file is now open. Even though black has a battery, I'm about to trade. I don't know if there's anything black can do about it. Actually, rook f2, I even have this move. Controlling e3 as well. So there's no check. Now I control the f file. Yeah, it's a dream position. g5. Start with this. Not sure what I want to do. Get the knight to c4 maybe. That still takes work. Finally getting the bishop to somewhere more useful. It looked pretty on c6, but it wasn't doing much. I can't resist. Probably not the best decision, but looks fun. I have a lot of pawns. I'll win on time too. Hopefully. Hmm. Okay, that game actually went the full distance. Always felt like I was in control, but opponent did resist. Good start, good warm-up. The Utah Malefist, happy 42 months. Yeah, this opening does lead to like very positional type of squeeze where I think I did a decent job of restricting black. Okay, moving on. Here we go. So I'm playing a relatively low rate player, which means I was probably close to playing like Magnus. Rating is a little bit too high. We have this line, which is, it's a fun dynamic line. Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to blunder a knight there. That would have been tragic. Bishop e6. Yeah, there's some f4. I think I just take and it's okay. I had this position not too long ago. Not actually sure where my bishop should go. Like d6 feels more natural. Like queen e7 or something. Queen b6. The problem is f5 and then f7 is weak. Just play this. I was kind of scared about the e-file. I think I should castle queenside. It is a bit unpleasant though. If knight b5, I might have to play king b8. Probably not keeping the bishop pair for too long. Yeah, it looks like I'm just passively retreating, which I kind of am. At the same time, it should be solid. Like everything's defended. If this, there's maybe bishop b8 to consider. And this could be a very sharp game. White's going to try and attack. I have c5 doesn't work because takes. What about takes in c5? Looks questionable. Rook g8. Yeah, what to do here? Under pressure. Nothing looks so great. a6. Okay, this is one idea I see. b5, knight g4, take and then take. Take, check, and take back. Looks very shaky, but let's see how it goes. There's also takes, takes, takes. But then I take on h2. That also gets very, very, very sharp. King h1, queen d8. I sack a rook, queen h4. I'm probably mating there. Queen g2, rook e2. I think king h2's... Oh, there's queen f4, though. No, there's no queen f4. Queen g4, maybe? Then they win a pawn and we trade. I'm threatening not only mates, but also queen d3 to win the bishop. That's why I think white should have played king h1 and then rook e2. Then queen g3 wouldn't win the bishop. Yeah, queen g4 is probably best here. g4 I forgot about. Wow. Interesting. Take. Oh, there's funny tactics. Queen f4, rook takes e5. Take bishop here. Eventually f6. I think it's okay. I didn't calculate f6 though. Yeah, this is probably a problem. I'm going to be down a piece. Or am I? Like, rook e5, take, bishop d6. I'm controlling these squares. And it's a nice shish kebab. Maybe it's still okay. If it takes... I could even take back with the pawn. Take here, rook e1. I don't have f6, but I have rook e8. And the knight and bishop can't defend e5. Yeah, weird position. It's like the self-pin for the win. I channeled my inner Dingleren. Very rarely is it good to like walk into a pin. But I guess this diagonal is a double-edged sword. I am kind of lucky though. Like I did not calculate all of this when I took on e5. Like the fact that I don't have f6, but I have rook e8, and white has no additional way to defend. All kind of fell into place. Okay. Guess I'm not winning a piece. Take with bishop, or it shouldn't matter. I'll take with bishop. Rook d6 coming. Also d4 is on the horizon. Oh, there's knight e4. But I'm up 2 pawns. Okay. Interesting game. That was it's definitely not simple. At some point I thought I was just gonna get crushed out of the opening. Like when we got around this position, like I think b4 was very strong. To be honest, I didn't really consider taking the pawn. Looking back on it, I should have at least like thought about this move. Black is better after rook g8. Did I find the best line? Rook g8? Okay, rook g8 was the best move, but knight g4 was a massive blunder. Oh, I can take here. And then there's queen c5 ideas. White had knight takes c6. Interesting. Take, okay. It's hard to find, though. Wait, also, if pawn takes, I guess white just has a crushing attack. Rook b1 coming. Oh, sorry, I forgot to update the score. There we go. Okay, I'm 2 out of 2. I forgot I'm using the widget. Oh, how's it going, Nishu? The creator of the widget. I see in YouTube chat. Okay, playing Pranav V. Strong opponent. Here we go. Buddy Pranav. London opening. Play this line again. Yeah, there's some long theory here, which I don't remember. Hopefully my opponent doesn't remember either. Like, I studied this not too long ago, but like, I probably just forgot everything within minutes after studying it. I know there's some line where we play knight h3. Bishop b7, I don't fully remember. c4 is kind of interesting. g6, knight f3, bishop g7. Castle, castle, rook e1, rook e8. g6, h4, bishop. Okay, never mind. Oh, I was threatening this. Wait, did I have that earlier? No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't see I was threatening bishop takes d6. So, yeah, that explains queen c7. Some g4 resource now. Hmm. Keep the pressure. What to do, what to do. E4. Allows F5 and then take F4. Okay. I've misplayed this. E6 is coming. I'm gonna be down 2 pawns. Take there, doesn't work. I was just losing. Okay. Tough game. Tough game. I really like the opening. Like, he went for something dynamic. It eventually paid off for him. But, Yeah, this position looks so nice for white. But maybe knight e5 just neutralizes things. Like, it wasn't actually so easy to find a clear way of punishing black. G4 never seemed right. I tried to go after c5, but this just completely backfired. d5 ended up being much weaker. Check with engine. It's only slightly better for white. Wow. Oh, so I messed up the theory. Bishop takes b5 is the best move here. Like the only move. Ah. Okay, yeah, I confused the lines. So queen a5 is the main line. Knight d2. Is this aligned with knight h3? This is aligned with knight h3. Okay. But after knight f6, I have to take on b5. So I'm just worse. But then, yeah, he played, I guess, one slow move, knight d7, and he wanted knight b6, but I'm in time for a5. And white is doing fine. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Probably more to look at later. Playing a fellow streamer. Here we go. Well, we have a London. Torre. With c3. Yeah, I actually don't fully know what to do against this opening. Just kind of improvising. c5 looks natural. I have the bishop pair. It should be okay. e5, can I take? Take. Probably not great for me. Yeah, so I'm maintaining my bishop pair. I want to play knight f6. Control the d5 square. Pretty classic IQP position. Isolate queen's pawn. Long term, I want to double up rooks on the d file. Soon to be short term. Knight e5 might be playable, actually. I can't take twice, but okay, it's not played. Yeah, these pieces are kind of just staring at the d pawn. And knight e5 is still probably coming. I can be patient. Maybe just b5, a6. I'll poke and prod. Don't mind the queen trade. e5 is not a move. Okay, now if I take there. I think it's okay. Doing well on time, that's what matters. Especially for a position like this. I don't mind all the trades. The king has one potential path if the knight moves. Oh, b4, king c6 should be fine. Hmm. It's not easy. How about f5? f5, d4, take, check. Okay, it should be good. Knight's restricted. The bishop will defend both pawns. That brings us to the first break of the tournament. Apologies for being a little bit slow to update the score widget. But that brings me to 3 out of 4. Oh, thank you, Dimvai, subbing for 7 months. I forgot to turn on the heart rate too. Bear with me. Connect. Okay. Oh, Magnus lost to Naroditsky. Does that mean Magnus has 3 points? Which means I would be tied with Magnus? A lot of players still on 4. 14 perfect scores, including Danya. Okay, so am I actually tied with Magnus? I am. I could play Magnus next game. That would be fun. I don't think I've ever played Magnus when he's streaming. Actually, I think I did once. But he was on the Chessbra channel, and I don't think it was the highest quality stream. Okay, let me find this break timer. So we are on break. About 5.5 minutes until next game. Oh, Namkol is saying, any tips for my first OTB tournament this weekend? Sleep, eat well, exercise. There's only so much you can do like right before chess tournaments. So the most important thing is that you're in like good physical and mental shape. And yeah, going into the tournament, try and stay focused, even when it's your opponent's turn. Try and have fun. Learn something from every game. And good luck. Yeah, this game, there's some opening trap I walked into once. Like, white has this move Queen A4, which looks pretty innocuous. And then Knight D7 is very natural. And then Knight E5. I remember falling into this against a GM, like way back when. And I took on E5 thinking, oh, we're just trading, take, Knight D7, and we'll trade bishops. But in this position, it's white to move and win. White has a crushing move. And white's next move is why white played Queen A4. The queen can swing over to H4. So, of course, if my opponent went for Queen A4, I was not going to fall into this trap, but it's kind of a cool geometrical trap to know that the queen goes here and then here, hitting H7 and E7, and black is just losing a piece. I have to defend against mate, this or this, and then I lose a bishop. I mean, bishop takes f6 seemed like white was going to try to go for some like Greek gift type thing, but I think my opponent played a little bit too timidly. H4 is actually the best move. Wow, and white's like for choice according to the engine. So what am I supposed to do? White's just like slightly better. H6 here. Wow. So h6, bishop h4, g5, and black is better. Knight e4, interesting. Also, yeah, it's becoming a bit laggy. It was lagging like during the games too. This might be some Proctor issue. In recent weeks, the lag has been better than it used to be, but it is noticeable today. Welcome back to Mango RK. Happy 38 months. Who just got a porch goose. Oh, nice. But yeah, Halloween is coming up. I have to start decorating. Okay, we got less than 2 minutes. So not too much time. I did want to check this game. Like, what was I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to take on b5 after knight f6. And then defend next. Okay. Knight a4. It's the type of move, like, if this were a classical game, I would take time and maybe eventually consider this. This makes so much sense. Just get the knight to b6. And then support the pawn, rook t1, bishop c3. Okay. Yeah, I still have knight a4 here. But knight e4 and my d-pawn just dropped. If I went to a4, then I'd have knight b6 to defend and attack. Okay. The previous game... Oh, this is my first round game. I think this one was pretty clean. h5. g5? Oh, and then I just control light squares. Interesting. Yeah, moments like that, it's more about understanding. Okay, moving on. Like another 3100 rated GM. Knight d7. I studied this at some point. I think c4. It was like take queen e2, bishop d6. Maybe it doesn't lead to much. Queen a4 maybe. Still trying to apply pressure. So knight b6, I think I take on a7. Calculating castle, take. Knight b6, I take on c8, take on a4, take on d8. Win a pawn in that line. Really? What's the point? I don't fully understand. Was it just a blind spot? This could be a blind spot where like you move the knight not realizing that the other knight becomes pinned. But players at this rating usually don't have such blind spots. It's not easy for black to now defend b7. Queen d7, I win the knight. These squares are off limits. My bishop pierces through the position. If castling, I take, and then black's whole position is almost crumbling. g5, wow. Take bishop d7. Then I take on g5. Really? Take? I don't understand. Just a free piece. Rook c7. Rook b8, I take it. Rook c7, queen a6. Yeah, it's getting laggy. Okay. Probably could have won that quicker, but I was playing safe. Yeah, my opponent just kind of collapsed out of the opening. I have studied this line specifically, but I just again forgot everything. Let's see. I did remember c4 though. It's like the one move I remembered. And knight b6 was a pretty bad blunder. Okay, nice win. 4 out of 5. Let's go. I'm having really bad lag. I'm gonna probably not use the engine. Let's switch this to light, maybe. Like a lighter version of the engine. Yeah, the thing with Proctor is it does take a lot of resources, I think, to like be constantly uploading my camera, like 2 different cameras and my screen recording too. So that's my theory. That's probably why things are slowing down. What to do? Had plenty of time that game. I could play Magnus next. I was actually close to playing Magnus this round, I think. Am I still tied with Magnus? Actually, a lot of players on 4 out of 5. Playing Andrew Tang. Here we go. Okay. Andrew likes to play the London, but let's play the London against Andrew. We'll see what he does. I haven't played Andrew in a while. H6, yeah, that's some idea. Who played this against me? Zhigalko? There's some bishop c2 somewhere. It might be right away. I remember preparing this specifically for Zhigalko, but its inclusion of this and this, h6 and then bishop c2. Okay, so we transpose. I don't remember much. I remember this was like sometimes an idea, like depending on the position. Okay, take. Oh, there's knight d3 as an idea too, which I think I'll just castle here. Yeah, like f6, knight d3 probably. If it takes, I think I have to take back with the c pawn. The thing about Andrew, he's very fast in time scrambles, but he does like to take his time when he has it. G5. Losing a pawn. Take on c6. Take. Take. I guess I can take on c6. Take on f4, go back. So I don't think I'm losing a pawn. It just gets weird. f6, I have knight g6. Yeah, now knight g6 is less attractive. Take. I really want to take that. I'm going to play it safe. Knight f2. Not sure about this. So c4, knight f2, f5. Bishop a6, bishop d3, I guess. Actually, f5, knight d3, then bishop a6. Rook e1, take. It's maybe playable. I allow bishop a6. No. At the very least, I have bishop d3. Might be threatening to take in knight h4. There's f5, queen h5, g3. Let's go for it. This could get very messy. g3 first. Bishop should be here. Rook d1. Ooh, I thought I saw c4. I was expecting c4, not b4. It's not the worst move ever, but I should have kept the bishop there. Take. Have to take. Losing a pawn. Ugh. Up a minute. Doesn't mean much though. Let's go. I blundered a thing. I just blundered my bishop. Forgot queens could move backwards. Okay, 5 out of 6. 2 upset wins. Let's go. 2888. Thank you, Night Shift. Appreciate the raid. Okay. Almost through that. But actually, like, bishop e8 might be one of the best moves. Because it's hard to stop this. Wow, black's okay after bishop c3. Bishop e8 is not the best move. Bishop c4. Okay. Let me just quickly take a look at the openings. Bishop c2. It's playable. Yeah, I've definitely like studied this position at some point. But maybe it's been over a year. So this is all fine for white. I should have played knight g6 though. I just wasn't sure what is my knight doing here. c4, wow. Okay. Try and get the heart rate back to some reasonable levels. So I'm tied with Favi. I'm tied for top 10. Tied for 7th place. Point behind Hikaru, of course. Still tied with Magnus, too. I probably won't play Favi or Magnus because they're probably on the top of the 5-pointers. We'll see. Playing Levon Aronian. Okay. Who's in the YouTube thumbnail. Saw Levon recently in Brazil. Stafford Gambit? No, let's play What does he play? Rosalimo? I did play Levon OTB in the American Cup Blitz several months ago. Yeah, we'll see how much he knows here. D5 is a typical move. I've not encountered A4 maybe almost ever. A4 is typical, usually played later though. And we're getting some solid position for both sides. He has a bishop pair. Knight's going to come to C4. Do I go for B5? This might be completely wrong, but it's a space grab. If C4, there's at the very least this move. Pressure the D file. Bishop F8 next. That's wise. Knight A5. Not sure about this. And there's idea of C4, Knight B3. F6, no. Take. Just take. Also looks risky. I think I'll go for it though. I don't have C4. Do I take? Let's do it. YOLO. Might be bad, but I maintain the knight. B2 is potentially weak. I feel like I made a wrong decision. I'm going out of my way to justify it. I got my horsies. Rook C8 is on tap. Knight A5 might be a threat. Hit the queen and the pawn. He wants king G2, rook H1. Don't see what to do. Not what I wanted. So risky. Take. What? I felt obligated. This is painful. Stop hurting me. Okay, I resign. I got pretty cleanly outplayed there. Humbled by Levon Aronian. Second loss of the tournament. What to do? Yeah, this whole idea of like knight a5, knight b3 is probably not good. Like I tried to justify it. Maybe I should play c4 first. Maybe I shouldn't take on g5 too. It's like long term, this is annoying to deal with. But he did a good job of just, yeah, getting a solid position and then like gave me no chance to do anything. I do want to check like around rook takes c5 though. Was the best move. Yeah, for a moment I had a glimmer of hope thinking, oh, these pawns are weak. I can play this and just gobble them up. The problem is bishop takes d5. If I take with pawn, I get mated. If I take with queen, then he can take in rook e5. It's white's only winning move, but I saw it, he would see it, and I have no time to take, and he's going to take on d5 and defend the c5 pawn. So things went wrong earlier. Maybe even... Okay, b5's fine. Yeah, it's like... it's better for white the whole game. Started as just a slight advantage. Okay, engine likes b4, which I guess makes sense, like when the knight doesn't have access to c4. Keep the a file closed. Okay. Some lesson to take away. His accuracy must have been like mid 90s? Definitely in the 90s. 85. Wow. Oh, maybe he made a few mistakes. Yeah, he could have crushed me like Stockfish, but he crushed me just like a super GM. Okay. Okay, GG. I'll still probably play up next game. I'm probably no longer tied with Magnus. Playing Aditya Mital, strong GM. Here we go. Black again. Cambridge Springs time. I played this line against Hikaru. Hikaru called it garbage. But it's actually interesting. Like especially for blitz, it's not super easy for white to navigate. If it takes, I'll play 94. The best move here is to take, but no one ever does that. There's actually a really cool line after takes, but okay. We have this. Is it bishop f5 or is it take? I'm forgetting a little bit. And there's a pin if like castles and I take and take, I guess. Like these squares are covered. G4 I have this. Or even take even. Yeah, G4 I take. So I want the castle kingside. Queen D4 might be a move. Yeah. Don't really want to trade queens. But I kind of have to. Rook takes rook d8. Pawn takes maybe castle queenside. I basically got what I want from the opening. Time advantage. An understandable position. I have some idea of playing f5. I don't know if I want to commit like too many pawns or light squares. f5 g3 and maybe it's better just to play f6. There's an idea of e3 too, but e3 f3. A5? Maybe a5. Take rook a8, b5 I take and king b6. Now take e3. Oh, I missed rook e1. No, rook e1 I take. I things defended. So he goes for this. Hmm. It should be a draw. With the time advantage, I could maybe go for some very dirty flag, but we'll see. We'll take it move by move. Yeah, my king's actually always tied down. Maybe I should not have allowed this. I'm a little bit worse now. Okay, I should play g5 and probably just chill. Actually, this is a fortress. G5, king c7. Just... I don't think white can break through. Always controlling these squares. The bishop's always tied down. Is he really playing for a win? Okay. Yeah, I would kind of feel weird going for the dirty flag there. I also didn't want to overpush with like this stuff, so I have a draw. It's a good result against such a player, especially with black. It's probably a pretty clean game from both of us. 99. Someone call what's his face? Vladimir. 98.8. Yeah, I mean, if I want to try and win, then I guess I could try and somehow avoid the repetition. That's funny. So we had the position on move 47, and then 64, and then 68. So it's not like back to back to back moves, but it was kind of spread out. Yeah, this line is like almost equalizing. I think if white wants to play it for an advantage, like this is a move to play. CD5 top engine move. Like B3 also playable. Black's already better here. No, it's just equal. Best move, bishop G4. Ah, I've definitely looked at this at some point. H3 castle. Yeah, this is actually a cool trap. So white has to be very careful, like bishop E2, rook T8. Okay. Anyway, that's my first draw of the tournament. 5.5 out of 8. We do have another break. So got about 6 minutes until next game. Did Eric play any famous dudes already? I only played one player who's in the YouTube thumbnail. I took a lot of effort to make like a collage of top players for the YouTube thumbnail. But I did play Levon Aronian a few games ago. Also played Andrew Tang, Buddy Pranav. Yeah, a lot of GM opponents. How many GMs have I played today? So Aditya, Mital, Levon Aronian, Andrew Tang. Oh yeah, Sergey too, who is Drygalov, who I beat. So good tournament overall so far. Nice having a break after some intense games. Wow. The GM in first place, I don't think I've ever seen before. Zhao Tong, Chinese Grandmaster, who I guess beat Hikaru. Well, now I'm rooting for Levon Aronian because if Levon does well, it'll help my tie breaks. I'm also a big fan of him too. Fellow St. Louisan. I'm a half point behind Fabi. Where's Magnus? Magnus also, I'm a half point behind, 6 out of 8. It's a tough tournament. I'm tied with Danya, who beat Magnus earlier. Also tied with Hans. Wow, so I could play Hans or Danya next. I think I'll play someone a little bit lower rated though. Hans and Danya are probably some of the like higher rated players with 5.5. Bortnik as well. How's it going, Potzer play? Yeah, if you're just joining, it's been a good tournament so far. Played a lot of GMs. I guess I've had how many upset wins? It beat Tang and beat Sergey. I guess it's only 2 upset wins and 1 upset draw. I don't think we'll have any Stafford Gambits today. I said earlier, I'll only play the Stafford if I get tilted. Yeah, I'm 14 points away from my peak. But I'm going to try and detach myself from rating. I've realized, like, over the years that if I get too fixated on the number, then my quality of chess decreases. So I'll just try and focus on playing good moves. I'll probably be white next game, because I was black twice in a row. Wait, what place am I in? Top. My tiebreaks should be pretty good, having played so many GMs. But maybe not as good as some other players. I'm in 54th after tiebreaks. Okay, we got about a minute. Yeah, let me know where you're watching from. I see Michael from Slovakia. I am live on Twitch and YouTube. You can choose what platform you want to watch on. I am considering like toying around with multi-streaming to other platforms. Like Facebook, I haven't really paid attention to. I know there's X, there's Instagram Live, but I've not gotten around to it. We got England, New England, North Korea, Florida. Got some bits from airmailing. Sweden. Got a few people from Czechia, Czech Republic. Okay, playing a streamer. Here we go. Let's focus. Go. London versus whatever this is. E4. The bishop is actually kind of misplaced. What to do? Okay. Queen b3. There's some idea of targeting f7. I'm playing a high-rated FM. I've played before. I have an even score against this player. I might go for this and this. Problem is e4 is iffy. I'm going to have take and f4 e5, I think. Wow. So I guess we're just trading a lot. These pawns should not be on dark squares. I think there's decent likelihood that bishops will be traded. Take queen d5. Hmm. Tickle, tickle. Queen d7 is actually kind of interesting. Let's go for it. Rook e1, king h2 I think is okay. Yeah, maybe this wasn't necessary. Threatening this. And this. Ah. This might just peter out very quickly. Rook b1, b4 is kind of interesting. It takes on c3 and then h6 is undefended. So there's several different pawn targets. Takes I probably take with c-pawn. I'm not sure what to expect. He's calculating this. Go to the outside passer now. Yeah, I think we just draw. He has too much time. I mean, I guess I'll play on. Why not? Nothing to lose. I'll probably take the draw after a little bit. I just want to see. I just want to see. There is also this thing with winning the king pawn ending, like here. Isn't this winning? No, is it? No, I'm getting confused. Or am I? G5, wow. A few days ago in Brazil, we were discussing very similar ending with Onashuk. Take. Okay. I still don't know the valuation. Am I winning? There? I think I'm winning. I thought it was draw after G5, but yeah, this is just winning. Or is it? Let's win the H pawn first. Okay. That's how to win rook in 3 versus rook in 3. 2,900, let's go. It's actually bugging me, like we were looking at something very similar. Was it this structure? Is this winning? No. It might be winning, no, but with king on the call of Alex Onashuk to see exactly what we were looking at. Because we were looking at a queen ending where you like trade queens into king in 3 versus king in 3 and it's winning. Anyway, so my opponent went wrong with f6. Yeah, just king f6 I was going to repeat. Actually, I was probably going to play f4 and then repeat. Like, this is just a draw. Black has to play king c6. Okay, another win. Another upset win. Oh, hey, that win made some very even numbers. 3,000 on the dot, 2,900 on the dot. I have a feeling I'm going to play Hans or Danya next. See the standings. So there's 2 more games to go. Hey, I'm tied with Hikaru. But I'm not playing Hikaru. Playing another streamer. Playing a lot of streamers today, actually. Okay, let's focus. I feel like we played recently. Kacper. Never beat this player. At least on chess.com. I played this against Krikor OTB in Brazil a few days ago. But he played knight d7, queen c8. It was a bit different. His opponent falls for the trap, the bishop a6 trap. Honestly, was not expecting my opponent to fall for such a thing, but here we are. Takes here, here, and then here. I've had that game before. This still takes some work. Can take on a6. This might be wrong, but envisioning take, take, rook g8, g3, or here I have f3, I think. Knight f2 castle. Always retreat. I have to be careful. Take, there's knight h3. Then king h2. Also queen d6 here. I think it's okay. Rook g8, queen d6. Just take. Queen d2, king h1. Knight's defended. Oh, there's rook d8. Rook d8, knight h5, queen h2 at the very least. Oh, there's also rook d8, knight h5, king g6, queen f4. Okay. Opponent's resourceful. e4, take, take. What to do? There's so much time. It's probably a good option though, just to simplify. Just push. Let's go. New peak. 29-12. My opponent did not make that easy for me. Oh man. Somehow I maintained composure and maintained some king safety. Oh man. 7.5. Tying my score from the last 2 weeks. But still 1 round to go. Okay. I'm in 15th place. Tied with Levon Aronian again. Bobby's still playing. If Bobby draws, I could play Fabi next game. Oh, Fabi's in trouble, but maybe... Wow, anything can happen. In the position, Fabi's in trouble. On time, he's also in trouble, but so is his opponent. He's gonna win. Dirty flagging coming. Oh, it's close. Fabi wins. So I'm half point behind Fabi. Oh man. A crazy tournament. I'm definitely gonna play a strong player next game. I'm trying to stay calm. Try and get the heart rates below 100. At least the heart is still beating. Esipenko, okay. This will be fun. Stafford Gambit time. Do I? Let's do it. Let's do it for the content. Stafford Gambit time. I said I wouldn't play a Stafford if I didn't get tilted, but I'm peaking, so wow, he's scared. He declines a Stafford. This is like a slightly better Petrov for black. Can't complain with this. So Stafford Gambit declined. H6. Stopping bishop g5. I do deprive myself of this idea, though. Yeah, he just plays h3. I guess I'll go for rook e8 first, and then knight e7, bishop f5. It looks weird, but no, g6 doesn't work. I've misplayed this a little bit. F94, take. Bishop f5, queen h4. I'll go for this, I guess. I mean, there's 95 f4. He might go crazy, like f4, g4. He might also be solid. g4, I actually just take it. Okay. Getting what I want. Should put the pawn here and maybe do stuff. Takes, I take with knight. So take, queen c7. I was expecting bishop c4 there. Knight b5. a6. Actually, okay, knight b5, queen b8. Don't mind the trade of minor pieces. Take. Yeah, not the best transformation. This. Concede the bishop pair, but fix my structure a bit. Also trying to bait the knight away so I can win a2. I have this move. This is rook e2. Rook e2 take bishop d3 should be equal. My bishop's almost getting trapped. Bishop c5 take f3. Bishop c2. That move I didn't see. So d4 take bishop c6. Feels weird, but there's rook takes and then rook a4. But that's risky for white. A pin in two directions. Rook takes bishop c6, rook a4, maybe just knight d7. Okay. Bishop c4 is coming. I have to play bishop c2. Even still bishop c4. Okay, time is becoming relevant. I'm in trouble. Pawn's hanging. To do. Take and then knight e4 maybe? Yeah. It's not good. Still trying. My king is more relevant than white's king. Ugh. No, knight to b. Okay. Still a good tournament. Finishing the tournament at 2909. I played the Stafford Gambit. As the Stafford Gambit declined, very very solid position for both sides. I kind of regretted playing h6. I should just castle. Yeah, black is slightly better. h6 is still fine. Still a good tournament. 7.5 for the third week in a row. But this is probably my best 7.5 ever. Like my performance rating was maybe like close to 3,000. I gained like 40 points, I think. Congratulations to everyone who tied for first. Also, I finished top 30, 29th place. Although I realized last week that this number might be a lie. Let's see. Yeah, so it says 20. Wait, am I hallucinating? It said 29, but now it says 36. Unless I had a complete hallucination. Tied with Vidit. Tied with Levon, too. Oh no, my Levon. Yeah, I would have liked him to score better for my tie breaks. Half point behind Magnus. Oh, Magnus maybe wins a streamer prize. There's 3 streamer prizes every week that go to players who didn't finish, I think, top 6. So the streamer prizes probably go to Hikaru and Magnus. And maybe Minlay. Not sure who else was streaming. It said 29, but 7 people joined late. Maybe passed me on the tie breaks. Okay, well, fun tournament. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Yeah, one more to say. I played the Stafford Gambit in the last game just really for the content. Also because I don't think Andrey Esipenko watches my YouTube videos, so maybe he'd be less familiar with Stafford Gambit. Have I played him before? It's my 3rd time playing him. Yeah, so I was doing actually quite well. Yeah, bishop e6 I should have. I was getting nervous towards the end. This is such a normal move to play. Just control the blockading square. d5 doesn't work for white. Just a very pleasant IQP position. And then later, yeah, then I was worse. At some point, I thought I was coming back. Like after bishop d2, I thought I'd win the a2 pawn. But what did I miss? Yeah, I missed knight b5. d4 was a bad move. Even though it trades, it leaves me in a spot where this is a target, this is a target, and these things are also targets. I just can't defend everything. Oh, Faruja was streaming, but he won like a main prize, so he doesn't qualify for the streamer prize. Did you ever get the 1K for finding the thing in the rules? I did, yeah, they gave me the money. That's the most money I've won ever from Title Tuesday, even if it wasn't from playing chess. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up. Thanks again, everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone who maybe subbed or supported, who I did not acknowledge. Irish Canadian and Clembret Ushi were the 2 most recent Prime subs. And yeah, I am back from Brazil, so coming up, I am hoping to put out more content. So do stay tuned. I do plan to resume the speedrun too. I know I took a couple weeks off, but it's October, so 'tis the season of maybe some Halloween gambits, maybe some more Stafford gambits too. So stay tuned and goodbye.